Five by five. Yeah, I use voice meter. I don't know if you ever, yeah. So, yeah, I just have Discord coming through because I got a couple of the extra cables. You know, the cable outputs, so you can get VB cables. More like connections, so I just did that, and I've got like well, my microphone goes through one channel, Discord through another, the music that I play from
All right. Welcome, everybody. Hope we're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Nathan, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, straight in with the first there. Nicely done, dude. I'm doing very well. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? How are you doing? So welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope we're doing well. Anyway, we're going to be flying today with the Diamond DA62, as you may be able to see in the background. It should be pretty cool today. We're going to be using the brand new working title G1000 NXI, which is a brand new free download from the marketplace, which came out just last night. And it should be pretty cool, really. I had a quick play with it just after it came out, and it can do some pretty impressive stuff. So we're going to be trying to shoot some pretty complex RNAV approaches today, and it should be interesting to see how well it works. It is still in early access, so it may not work brilliantly, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It worked pretty goddamn well for me last night, so it should be very, very cool. If anyone in the chat as well, if you're free to join the flight, you're more than welcome to. We're on all players on the West Europe server as we were yesterday. And you're more than welcome to fly along with us. We're going to be flying initially from Bob Hope Airport in Hollywood, Los Angeles, and we're going to be flying from there over to Palm Springs, just on the east side of Los Angeles. So it should be pretty stunning overall. It's nice early morning here in Los Angeles, so it should be pretty nice indeed. I'm just going to jump onto Discord. I've got Mariner on Discord, and we're going to be flying along with him as well. So I'm just going to have a quick word with him. I can unmute myself here. Yo. Hello. Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I had the wrong thing selected there. That's why I could hear you. That's why I was surprised. But yeah, I'm spawned in now. I don't know. Do you have the Orbex scenery for this airport?
I do not. I don't think.
Okay.
Or I may have. Is it freeware or is it payware?
It's a payware one.
Probably not. Then I don't think.
Fair enough.
I'm at gate 122 if that helps.
122.
Quite up near the 15 end, sort of. I think I've parked in a helicopter spot, to be fair, but there is another plane next to me.
I parked on the like the GA side.
Yeah, that's what I sort of went for. Picked that sort of end.
What's cert for you? Oh, I see you. You're just at the other end of the apron. I'm like to your left, I think. On the scenery, the Orbex scenery, there's only 2 parking spots on this side. That's why I asked. But I think on the default, there's loads of parking spots over here. But yeah, I see. Oh yeah, you're way down there, aren't you?
Yeah, I see a little square and thought, I'll go for that.
Nice. Oh, have you gone for that? Have you gone for that super funky livery that they just added with the update?
Yeah, it looks like a tiger, I think.
Yeah.
Tiger stripes.
Yeah, it looks sick. Yeah, so on the scenery, the building behind you here is a police air support building, so I don't know if that's what that one is, in case you're wondering.
Possibly.
Alright, so this is runway 15 down here. Okay, cool. I'm going to get started up then, and I'll come back to you in a sec.
Yeah, no worries, man. Are you live?
I am indeed, yeah. Are you?
Same, yeah, I am, yeah.
Sweet. Cool, man. I've got old players on as well, in case anyone wants to join.
Yeah, same. All players. I've gone for live weather and time as well.
Yeah, me too, yeah. Awesome.
Cool, yo.
Alright then, guys. So we're in with Mariner today. It should be pretty cool.
Yo, what's going on, chat? Hey, how's it going on, Drew?
Just going to mute him for a second. And yeah, so we'll get started up here. I've got the Diamond DA62 manual for this aircraft. I just want to take a little bit more of a look into this. I've always liked this aircraft, so I'd quite like to learn more about it. So I've got the manual here to hand. Right. JD, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. What's the Garmin thing? So yeah, it's basically these two screens here. You'll see when I turn it on, it looks quite a bit different to the default. Obviously, there's a Garmin G1000 included in the simulator, but it's quite. I mean, it's not basic, but it's you know, it has relatively limited functionality. But these have been added. I mean, they look identical. It's basically just what's behind the screens that is different. They look basically identical to the default ones, but when you turn them on, the functionality is quite a bit different, and they've updated it to look much more realistic. So, so yeah, we'll have a look at it momentarily. It is very, very cool. It can run some really, really complex approaches, and it has working VNav and things like that. So yeah, it is really quite cool indeed. Nathan's about to get his first PC. Amazing, dude. Getting the MSI Radeon 6700 XT Mech 2X 12GB OC graphics card. I'm not actually sure whether that'd be good or not, to be honest with you. I'm not that well clued up on my AMD graphics cards, unfortunately. But it sounds good. 12GB VRAM, so I imagine it's probably pretty well equipped. So it sounds good, yeah. Let me just check my task manager real quick to see what my usage is looking like. Yeah, pretty high there on the GPU. I might just, because I'm getting a little bit of stuttering here, I'm just going to turn down my render scaling a bit because I've got that seriously cranked up right now. That might be a bit better. Let's see. Task manager. Still hitting 99%, but let's see how it goes. Hey Jordan, welcome to the chat, buddy. Good to see you, mate. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Hope the stream's doing well. Nathan, yeah, dude. Well, if you check online, there should be a lot of information on that. Check the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums. There's a lot of people on there that have rated different hardware, so it might be worth a check. I'll put a link in the chat, forums.microsoftflightsimulator.com. That should take you to the official forums, and you can get potentially some idea on it there. Okay, so let's get this thing started up. So pre-flight inspection is more or less complete. Everything in this aircraft is pretty much set as it should be. We'll turn the defrost down, and the cabin heat can be all fully down as well. Flaps are up, throttles are in the idle position, and I could do with actually just setting a second binding here because it's a dual engine plane. Let me just do that real quick here. There we go. And power management, throttle. So we want throttle 2 axis. We're going to set that on here. I think that's the right one. There we go. Flaps, power management. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so throttles are at idle, gear is down, and all master switches are off. Great stuff. Okay then, so it's probably a good idea. don't know if you can actually fix a ground power to this one or not. I don't think it can take ground power, so we'll just start. We'll start one of the engines for now, just so we've got some power and we're not wearing down the battery. So. Just refamiliarizing myself with this. It's been such a while since I used this. What is this front? Oh. 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 What the heck? Shows the pilot if you press that button. Very cool. Okay. All right. Where's the... oh, you can do it on this side, I think, as well. No? Yes? Okay, it shows something, but I don't think it's really working that well. All right, let's get the master switch on. I'm not sure which engine you would actually start first. Let me just check here. So, question is, though, what I'm looking for is the alternator switch. I don't actually see it. Is it above? No. I think we're going to have to cheat here and use this. Alternators. Oh, there they are. Freaking staring me right in the face as well. Okay, fair enough. All right, so alternators can come on. Voter switches both in auto position. Electric master can come on as well. And there you go, there's the new G1000. As you can see, it looks very, very swish. And that's all fully started up, so that's fine. Fuel temperature's in the green. Let's get the strobe lights on. And we don't actually have a beacon light in here, so we use the strobe lights when we're on the ground. Yeah, they're very, very dim, aren't they? Alright, and then you start the left engine first, so let's start with this one. Let's go with the left engine master on, L glow on, which is the correct indication. Let's hit the starter. It would probably help if I actually turned the fuel pump on as well. There we go. I think that started up. It's very quiet. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Great stuff. Okay. We can just carry on with our pre-flight then. So we'll do a gear test. That's all looking good. Then we can do an ECU test as well. They don't actually indicate anything at the moment by the looks of things. Can test the de-ice annunciators, which is working nicely. Don't need the de-ice on today. Alright, great stuff. So, now that we've got a bit of power, there is a... What is this right-hand fuel pump one here? I guess it's if you need to prime the engines, right? Anyways, we'll leave it at that for now. What we do need to do is just need to get a bit of fuel in. So I'm gonna just stick in, based on my calculations, we need about oh, where's the master slider gone? There's no master slider. There's no sliders for these either. What's that about? That doesn't work either. Ha! Interesting. Nevertheless, we're going to need a total of 118 kilograms of fuel. So we've got 135. Let's just reduce these down a little bit. Okay, that should do it. We'll just go with two passengers. Alright, let's then stick our flight plan in here. So as you can see, it looks quite a bit different to the normal Garmin. Cyberdammy, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed, we've got the new free Garmin G1000 NXI by working title. It's very, very cool. We're going to run some cool approaches in it today. So looking forwards to it. Looking forwards to it. Okay. Let's get our flight plan in then. Anyway, so our origin is where we are currently, which is K-Bur. Need to try and refresh my memory on how to use this thing, but hopefully it should come back to me as we go along here. As you can see, we've got these beautiful animations that they've put in. Okay, there we go. K-Bur, and we are gonna choose runway 15. And it didn't ask me to choose a departure route there either, did it? So let's see. Can we just go down here? No, we cannot. We'll go on procedures, select departure. Oh. It doesn't quite work in the way I would expect it to at the moment, for some reason. I didn't want to do that. So enter. No, that's not doing it. Usually use the big knob to go between these. It's not letting me go to the next next procedure. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll put in some of our en route and see if that makes a difference. So our first waypoint is Elmo. Yes, Andrew, we are flying with, yeah, I've got Mariner Halley, another streamer here on Twitch, is flying with us today. So we're going to put in Elmo here. It's actually Elmu. There we go. Doesn't seem to have recognized that. What's going on? I think something's happened. I think something's gone wrong here. Maybe with my nav data. Let me just jump back to the main menu and I'll just have to check this out because we need the nav data. All right, let me just do a quick check here. We'll go set as departure, and then I'm just going to quickly set this as arrival. Yep, there we go. My nav data's disappeared. Okay, we're going to have to do a bit of troubleshooting here for a second here, guys. Bear with me just a moment. My nav data's it's messed up, so I'm having to relaunch. Should be a fairly easy fix, though, I think. Right, cool. I think we've got it. While I'm here, I might as well just update the pinned comment on Facebook, because that is incorrect. Ah, you're watching him too, switching between. Awesome, dude. Awesome, man. Right, let's just update this pinned comment here. All right, there we go. Sorry about this, guys. It's just reloading the sim now. Should just be a second. Yeah, I was moving around some of my add-ons before the stream, and I must have forgotten to move the nav data back in. What I could show you, though, whilst we're waiting, is I'll bring up the fuzz pad here, and I'll show you our routing today. So let me just hide the airways so it's a bit easier to see. So we're going to be taking off out of Bob Hope here at in Hollywood. Like I say, we're going to be taking out this RNAV departure out to Elmu. Pretty straightforward here for the initial part. Then our en route waypoint is going to take us out to the PDZ Takan, and then we're going to follow that outbound east, and then come into Fern, D-Way, and then Fern. And this is the arrival we're going to be doing into Palm Springs. Like I said, this thing can do some pretty complex arrivals, so I wanted to give it a good test here. And as you can see, yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting to see if it will fly this well, and how well it does it. It's yeah, obviously quite a mountainous area, hence why it's such a strange arrival. If I bring up the topography, you can see there's obviously a lot of mountains around here. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. And following that, after we've done this flight, should only take about an hour, this flight, I think. Yeah, following that, we are going to then switch over. We're going to fly in Paro, Bhutan. We're going to fly into there and run the RMP procedure going into there, which is
Let's go flying. I Bobby and chat.
Extremely complicated and precise procedure. All right, there we go. We're back now. So let's load this back up. I'll just do a quick test before I do anything further. Hey, Ramsey, dude, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, my man. Thank you very much for the 500 stars, dude. Much appreciated. Very generous, as always. All right, it looks like my nav data is working again now. That's fantastic. I'm going to actually spawn in. I'll spawn in a little bit close to Mariner here. And we are going to be on the West Europe server. If anyone wants to join, we're going to do live weather and live time. All players, and that is the settings. Hey, Ramsey, thank you very much, dude. There's so many emojis. I don't know whether I should be concerned or not, whether you've put in more aubergines than anything else in the emojis there. All right, here we go. Beautiful stuff. So we're back in and we're looking good. We've got Mariner down there. We're spawned in here at this little ramp area. Not sure what that is right there. And obviously they use up this airport a lot for like film crews and whatnot who are filming in Hollywood. So I think that car park right there is actually a film crew car park or something like that. Anyways, yeah, just double checking everything again in the cockpit. Everything, it looks good. We'll get our fuel control on. We'll turn our alternators on. I'll turn it on just for the left hand side for now because that's all we're starting. In fact, we'll just start on both. I think that's normal procedure. Electric master switch on left engine master, and we'll start that one up straight away. There we go. It's so quiet, this plane, when you're starting the engines. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. We'll set the altimeter while we're here. Great stuff. So let's try this again. So, flight plan. Origin is going to be K-Bur. Now, the reason why I want to... You can actually set your... you can actually set your flight plan through the world map using this aircraft. But when I was doing that last night, it did some unexpected things, so I am just doing it manually here with the hope that it all works a bit better. So we'll select runway 15. Enter, and then we'll go procedures, select departure procedures, and there we go, it's working now. Great stuff. Okay, so we're going to go for the Elmo. Was it the Elmo 9? I believe it was. Let's go for Elmo 9. Hello, please select. What? Does it let me select any of the other ones? Yes, it does. Okay, that's strange. Okay, let me select it that time. Strange. Okay, anyway, runway 15, Elmo transition. That's all good. Let's load that in. Okay, and then from Elmo, we're going to take the airway. Let me just bring up my flight plan on the other screen here. We're going to take airway Victor 186 to PDZ. So let's just see if we can do that here. Now, PDZ. Pretty cool how it brings up a little preview of where the actual way the nav aid is as well. There we go. So PDZ, and then now I'm not sure how you do an airway. I can't quite remember how to do it in this. I'm pretty sure you do it through one of these menus, but yeah. So you do it there, load airway, but for whatever reason it's grayed out. So that might be just a limitation of this system at the moment. It is still in early access, so that's understandable. There's also the possibility I could be doing it wrong. So let me just actually see if we can select an airway on here. No, you can't. Okay, so I think that's possibly just a limitation. We'll go PDZ, and then from there we're going to go to Dewey. Hey, Game Boy Red. Yeah, no worries at all, dude. Absolute pleasure. Yeah, I'm glad it worked well for you. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, have a good day, man. So we're going to go to Dewey. Not Dewack. Dewey. Like so. There we go. Put that in, and then the next waypoint is going to be Fern, but that's actually part of the arrival procedure, so I'm going to actually leave that off for now. Destination is going to be KPSP, which is Palm Springs. What are we flying in? We're flying in a Diamond DA62. Hope you know Dewa you are going. the way, you mean? I think so, yeah. I think I've just about managed to... I think I know where I'm going. So KPSP is in... There we go. Palm Springs International. Enter. And then we are going to anticipate runway 13 right. We'll enter that in, and then we'll go procedures, and we're going to add in our approach as well. So we'll go for the RNAV 13 right Zulu. Now it's doing this thing again where it won't let me. Let's just try it again. There we go. Strange. Anyway, our transition's going to be Fern, and minimums. We can actually check the minimums. So let's just bring up the chart. I swear I have to log into this every single time. I don't know why it is. Let me just try it. Okay, cool. And I believe at some point in the future they are adding charts to this screen as well. You can see there's a charts option down here, so hopefully in the future. Okay, let's unload, and we're going to search for KPSP. We'll bring that up here and bring up the approach RMP Zulu. So this is the procedure, as you can see, pretty funky. We're going to come in via Fern at 11,000 feet, which is fine. Our cruising altitude for today is going to be 13,000 feet. So the minimums for this are, so you've got two levels of RMP. We're going to go with the lower one because I mean, we're in a flight sim, so we're always going to get the lowest amount of the best amount of accuracy possible. So we'll go for 812 on the minimums. We'll go for Paro, and we'll set this at 820. Not that there's really going to be an issue with minimums today, so it should be fine. Primary frequency is not relevant because we are, it's an RNAV approach. There's no ground-based nav aids involved. And we shall load that. So there we go, we've got our full flight plan in now. As you can see, the arrival has more waypoints than the whole first part of the route, the whole en route section, and the departure. So that's looking good. That's all set. Now, I don't know if you actually set a cruise altitude in here or not. Let's see. So there's this VNAV profile section down here, but I don't believe you can actually alter it in any way. Let's see. No, it doesn't seem like it. So maybe it just calculates on the fly. Alright, we'll have a quick zoom out here as well and see how it looks. What is this big white line there? That's confusing. What is that? Interesting. Can we have north up on this map? Let's see. Map options. A lot of these options don't actually work yet because they've not really see all these options with the grey line. I think that's stuff that doesn't quite work yet. Oh, even these don't work actually. Ah, you can't change it to north up. On the real one as well, you can press this in, it'll bring up a mouse cursor and you can scroll around. You can't do that. You can actually do that on the default one, to be fair. What is going on here? I'm very concerned with this. This white line, is that just airspace or what? It looks like part of my flight plan. Yeah, look at that. It's part of my flight plan. What's happened? I wish I could pan and I could see. Oh, no. Let's just stick that up there. Maybe if I bring up the VFR map, that can give me some clarity on what's gone on here. I don't know if the VFR map will work in that way or not, but let's see. New? Okay. Right, let's just double check things then. Hey Danny, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so this leg right here. So we take off on runway 15, and then it should be an intercept leg towards Elmo. But it seems to have done something very, very strange there. Let's see what options we've got in there. We've got none in there at the moment. Alright, let's try put in our departure one more time and just see what it does. I'm going to zoom this out a bit so we can see it happening in the background. So we'll go for Elmo, runway 15, Elmo transition. So you've got 1,180 feet, which is that first point there. Then you've got an intercept. Oh, look at that. It's got like 10,817 miles. Okay, so what we might have to do then is we might just have to... Can we clear that point out there? No, we can't. Okay. So we might just have to go direct to Elmo from this departure. So we might have to just... Because it looks like it's interpreting the nav data wrongly. Let's just load it again and see what happens. Yeah, it's done the same thing. So what we'll do then is we'll just clear off this intercept. We'll clear off. So okay, so it's the intercept leg that was causing the issue. So Elmo is in there. That's fine. So if we zoom back in now, it's actually created a nice little nice little loop for us. So I mean, fine. What we'll probably do is we'll just manually take a left turn then, rather than doing this loop, because that's just unnecessary. All right, cool. So we got it all in there. That's looking good. Daniel, welcome to the chat over on YouTube. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm... Oh, you're on YouTube and Facebook. Confusing. Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah. Just waiting for your PC to arrive. Amazing, dude. Amazing. Bought Thrustmaster in prep. Nice, dude. Nice. Nice choice. Alright, cool. So let's set our altitude then on the autopilot to 13,000. That's where we're going to climb up to. And that's about it. That's about all we really need to set, I think. We could probably arm sort of flight level change as well, maybe. Let's see. Best rate of climb is 87 knots. So let's see if we can actually arm that. Flight level change, which is appeared here at the top, and then we'll go It won't let me change it just yet. Fair enough. We'll leave it at that for now, and we can adjust it when we get in the air. We can arm nav mode as well. Nope, that's not going to work. We could turn... No, okay. Okay, none of this is... You can't just arm it like I think you can, so we'll have to just do it when we're in the air. That's fine. We've armed the altitude anyway, so that's no issues. We'll go CDI, set that to GPS. We can arm nav now. There we go, that's fine. Alright, great stuff. That's it then. Fair enough. So let's get the right fuel tank on. What just moved then? I'm sure something just moved on its own. We get the right fuel tank on anyway. Right engine master on. Sorry, right alternators on as well. Looking good. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Okay, that's all started up. Looking great. Okay, cool. Ready to go. How you doing, mate?
All good, me, man.
Sweet, sweet. Sorry it took me a while.
Hey, no worries, man. I just started my engines anyway. I've been messing about with my throttles and that, the sensitivities.
Fair enough.
About minus 30, do you reckon that'd be alright? On the old joystick?
Yeah, I think that's what I have mine on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
Does it seem to reset your sensitivities all the time?
Yeah, it does, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But yeah, I'm ready, dude.
Sweet. Cool, I've got my engine started. I had to restart my sim because my nav data messed up. I forgot to put it back in when I was putting this mod on.
Oh, yeah. Alternators. Turn me alternators on, that'd be a good idea.
Always useful.
Always.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to taxi out then. I'll catch up to you. You're right next to the runway, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just to the left of it, mate.
Sound.
There's Mr. Fuzzy. He's taxiing out now.
That worker there had a death wish. Oh, this thing handles nicely on the ground. Handling real nice on the ground, this. I don't know if it's been changed by that mod at all. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. Where's Mariner gone? Oh, I think I just drove... Wait. Oh, he's right there. He disappeared for a second there. Alright, great stuff. I'm not going to use any flaps for takeoff. I don't think we'll need them. Quite a nice long runway here at Bob Hope, obviously meant for large jets. What? What? Mate, that is extremely annoying. What? Apparently I damaged my landing gear. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spawn on the runway here And I'm going to just set up the flight plan using this menu because I don't want to have to do all that again.
What's that? So it's black screened you?
Yeah.
What? That's insane.
Yeah,
but I don't think I've got that turned on. I'll have to have a look.
I'm gonna turn it off, I think. But yeah, I'm just gonna redo the flight plan. I'm just gonna use the main menu, I think, rather than doing it in the sim. Hopefully, just to save a bit of time.
I used the main menu, and then just checked my arrivals and departures when I was on the ground. I can wait here, dude.
Sound? Yeah, I'll just be a minute. Alright, so let's just show all the nav aids then. Nav aids, nav. There we go. Okay. Cool. So what's this one that is selected here? Let's remove that one. Move. I think this is the VOR we wanted. Yeah, it is. So we'll add. Oh, it's already on there. Okay, that's not on. That's not on. That's added. Okay, great stuff. So the departure looks fine, and we'll then. I think this looks like it's added something here. Can't quite tell. Dewey was on there as well, wasn't it? And then to Fern, that looks good. Check the nav log. So Elmo, Cruise, PDZ, Descent, Dewey, Fern. There we go. Cool. So that looks good. I'm not sure what's going on with this Cooksit waypoint. Yeah, that's a bit annoying actually. That Cooksit. That's annoying me. All right. I'm just going to put approach automatic like that, and I'm going to put the approach in on route. That should be fine. I've got cruise at 13,000 as well. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier on.
I think I had 7,000 on my flight plan, but that's no biggie. I can just go a bit higher.
Sound. Yeah, I think the first waypoint on the approach is required altitude of 11,000, so that's why I set it for that.
I'm not sure if there's a way I can change it, is there, in the actual plane?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I was trying to work that out myself. I think there's a few things actually missing, I think, that you can do normally. Like you can't use an airway either. I don't know if you worked that out.
Nah, so like I say, I did mine in the on the world map and then just checked the approaches and that when I came in. Q&H.
All right. I'm just going to be a bit annoying here and just sit on the runway for a second and make sure everything's looking good. Oh, it's done that thing again with the... Did you try and put in the Elmo departure? Did that work good for you?
No, that was already in. I had to put the RNAV 13, is it? I had to put that in.
Yeah. Because every time I put in the Elmo departure, it seems to mess up. Like the intercept course, it says intercept course 10,816 nautical miles away. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a bit funky that. I'm just going to delete it and go direct to Elmo.
How do you set the Q&H?
You use the knob second from the top on the right hand side of either of the screens. I think it's the outside knob. Sorry. Oh no, wait, hang on, that doesn't work. Oh, it's the one below that, sorry, the one with the triangle on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's just the circle one behind the triangle, if that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so I'll just stick my approach in real quick and then I should be good to go.
there's got to be. Can we change it to? It's in inches.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I just press B on my keyboard.
Good idea, I never thought of that. Oh, reference. Oh no, that's minimums.
Right.
Oh, timer as well.
Right, cool. I'm good to go, mate.
Be right behind you, mate.
Sweet. Alright, so 13,000 is set. We'll set, we'll just arm GPS as well as flight level change. There we go, GPS flight level change, 13,000 feet. Let's do this. Let me just actually go here and just turn off aircraft damage because I don't trust it at the moment. Which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do? Alright, so parking brake is released. Flaps are up. Let's do it. Rotate at about 75 knots. Oh, it didn't want to go. Okay, there we go. It went eventually. We're not even on runway 15 here, are we? What the heck? Alright, let's get the gear up anyway.
Don't sink.
Get it trimmed out. Let's get that 87 knots punched in. It still doesn't let me change it. Not following the flight directors at the moment because the flight directors are not giving us the correct indications, if you remember correctly. We could probably just turn the pitot heat on as well, just to get rid of that warning. There we go. Okay, so looking good then. Great stuff. Let's go. Autopilot on. Flight level change is already in. It doesn't actually let me adjust the climb to anything less than 90 knots, which is interesting, but fair enough. Nevertheless, great stuff. Alrighty then. Beautiful. There's Mariner behind us. Let's see what the actual rotate speed is in this aircraft. I'm sure it was about 75. 76 with flaps, okay, fair enough. And then 80 without. My bad. Oh my god, guys, why did nobody say anything? Please, Louise. Well, at least you hopefully got some idea of what was going on. Griffith Observatory down there. Beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. So we've got downtown LA somewhere over in this direction. Altitude fail. Interesting. I'm not sure what that is exactly translating to be quite honest. See, Thamaran, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. It's been a little while. Yeah, I don't know what altitude fail is trying to... Oh, I think I know what it's trying to tell me. I think it's trying to tell me that I missed some of the altitude constraints potentially on my flight plan. So if we bring up the charts and then go to... I'm just going to make this a bit bigger. If we bring up the charts and then go to our departure airport and look at our departure Elmo 9. Okay, so it's a minimum altitude of 4,000. So yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't know then. All right, fair enough. Well, we're on the climb out anyway. It's a fairly short flight, so let's just do a quick brief on the approach. So we're gonna. There's no star. We're not flying a star today because there's no real need for such a short, low altitude flight. So this is the approach we're going to run into Palm Springs. So as you can see, it's an RNP RNAV approach. So yeah, basically it requires quite a high degree of accuracy in terms of the GPS on your aircraft. So it should be pretty interesting to do. Obviously there's lots of terrain around, so you've got to be very careful with your altitudes here. So this first waypoint is mandatory 11,000, and then from then on you can basically start your descent. You can see the descent profile here, and essentially the aim is to get down to the final approach fix at Jexot at 2,900 feet. And what I'm going to try and see what will happen here is I hope the aircraft will actually fly this using the built-in VNAV. So I'm interested to see how that is going to play out for us. So if we actually come over to the flight plan on the side here, if we bring the flight plan up, we should hopefully be able to see these altitudes reflected on the approach here. So we've got Fern at 11,000, that's good. Jevok 10,000, that is also good. And then you can see here you've got Cooksit, Hopley, Yokel and Wasak. These are all 7,100, 7,000, 6,000, and you can see that here reflected on this line. So you can see 7,100 is the minimum for this leg coming around this corner. And then coming down here, further 7,100, again required altitude. 7,000 from Hopley to Yokel is the minimum. And then Yokel to Wasak is minimum 6,000. And then after that we'll reach our initial fix, which is Wasak. And then from Wasak, the altitude we need to be at is 6,000 feet, which again is reflected on here, which is nice to see. And then from here, Lakiv 4,400, Thivut 3,800, Jexot 2,900, and then that is our final approach fix. So that means from that point we're actually going to engage approach mode on our autopilot, and that's going to fly the glide path, a bit like a ILS. So it will basically fly from down here. It'll even do this little curve here and fly down to the runway. I believe it can actually even do an automatic landing, I believe, in this aircraft. They demonstrated that on a video the other day, but yeah, I think it depends on the approach procedure. So so that's our approach for today. So it should be pretty interesting. As you can see, it's a very funky looking approach procedure. So I'm looking forward to it, certainly. So we're climbing out. We've passed through 10,000 now. We'll get our landing lights off, and that's it really. Not many lights in this thing. It's a very nice little dashboard, this really, isn't it? I really like it. Okay, there we go. So we're approaching our level off. Let's just increase our speed a bit so we get a bit of a smoother level off. There we go, beautiful. I've got an oil temperature warning for the left engine. Let's see. Oh, it is getting pretty toasty, isn't it? Let's just reduce the power a bit. Probably didn't need full power for that whole climb, to be fair. I'm still not sure exactly what altitude fail is. I'm going to search it in the manual and see if it's in there. From where to where are we flying? We're flying from Hollywood Burbank to Palm Springs at the moment. Pretty cool. So the oil temperature's now come down again, which is nice. It's still quite high. We could probably bring the power down even more now that we're in level flight. It's quite warm today though, look at this, 30,000 feet, it's 22 degrees outside. Whew. Fun fact about this aircraft, you can put the gear down at basically any speed. You can put the gear down, I think up to 200 knots or something like that. And I don't even think it goes 200 knots, so you can pretty much put the gear down at any time, which is quite unusual actually. Let's see if we can see Mariner. I love this aircraft though. Look at how like smart it is inside. How you doing, mate?
All good, man. It's started going its own way off on the approach, but I just sent it direct to PDZ. So I'm direct to PDZ and I'm right below you, I think.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, literally just below you, but I'm climbing. Just a little bit in front of me.
I don't see your name.
Just 7,500.
Yeah, I don't see your name. A few people were having this last night where name tags just kept disappearing. It's weird because I can see so many other people around us.
Yeah. Who probably not even flying with us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might be worth start doing it in groups.
Yeah.
That's how me and Carl used to do it. Just used to all join a group. Just get someone who, like one person to be the group leader, and then just because everyone who joins the group follows the group leader's weather.
Oh, really? Right. Okay.
Yes. If like say if I created a group and invited you and Carl and a few of the others in, then whatever weather I choose would be the weather that everybody would get.
Ah, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, that would be better to be fair, because it's kind of annoying seeing all these name tags like all over the place all the time.
Yeah, that's another reason. And you don't see people who are not flying with you. You don't see them, so you don't have to worry about it.
Nice. Well, it's a nice day here in Los Angeles, isn't it? I'm getting 22 degrees outside air temperature at 13,000 feet.
Yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it? I've got live weather on as well.
Yeah, likewise. Oh, my live time wasn't on. There we go. Okay, that's better. It's cool playing this, though, isn't it? It's like the cockpit is just super. Well, the whole of the inside really is just. It just looks super smart, doesn't it?
Luxury, innit?
Yeah.
Luxurious flying.
Yeah, it looks super comfy. The cockpit as well, like dash, is like it's super simple as well, isn't it? Like it doesn't really have that much going on there. Like obviously you've got the G1000s, but like other than that, you know, there's not really too much to concern yourself
like
with.
Engine start, turn master on and press button.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally just a button, isn't it? You just press it down, a big silver button.
Yeah, that says start engine. It even says start right and start left for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm impressed.
What's AUX pump? Does it need that on?
Auxiliary pump.
Yeah.
I don't think you would need that really in normal operation. I'm not quite sure when you would use that, to be honest, but yeah, not.
Oh, they've even got the little white thing that comes down now, haven't they? Over it all. In between the seat.
What's that?
In between the seats, there's like a white. Well, in mine, it's white. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
white.
That's sick. I didn't notice that.
I would have just noticed that myself.
Nice. Love to see it.
Still can't open the door though.
Nah. Shame.
Come on. Yeah, let's open the door just so we can say we opened the door.
Yeah, man. This would be a good one to open the doors in as well, because they're like scissor doors in this.
Oh,
They're
like
like-
Lambo doors.
Yeah, like Lambos, yeah. I have a warning on my on my PFD saying altitude fail. I don't quite understand what that is.
Yeah, I've
you have
got the
that?
same. Yeah, it came on when I pressed VNAV, so I think it's because I didn't meet the altitude constraint.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But I mean, it was only a minimum constraint on the departure, so not an upper. So I wouldn't have thought. I don't know. I'm gonna have a quick look and see if I can see it in online somewhere. I feel like it shouldn't be written in red writing if it's just missed altitude constraint, because that's like, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's quite, it seems
It's
like a much
comes up
worse
with like,
thing than it is.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What have I done wrong?
Checking the Discord actually, I'm betting there's someone else who's aboard who's said that. Here we go. Got an altitude fail master warning on both flights, didn't seem to affect anything. Apparently that's bound to the stock warning system, so it comes from the default avionics.
Yeah,
So
right.
maybe a sim issue.
It's looks quite an area approach, this one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should be pretty cool.
Straight round.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how well the VNAV flies it. This should be a perfect test for it, really.
Yeah. Why is that what you're going for, VNAV?
Yeah.
Might do the same to be fair. What would I do? Just put it down to minimums? Or
Yeah. Yeah, or you could put it down to the final approach point altitude, which is at 2,900 feet, and then once you level off at 2,900 feet, just before Jexot, then you can you should be able to use approach mode then, and it'll go on to like a glide path capture.
Yeah. Be 6,000 at Waza, can't we?
Yeah. And then the final approach is a jigsaw.
What would you do then? You go probably like 2,900 at Vane and then hit VNAV? Then it should bring you down from Fern, shouldn't it?
Let's see. Yeah, well, you need to be at 11,000 by Fern. So, if you're currently at 13 like I am going to hit, I'm going to start descending to 11,000 about, I don't know, about 6 miles away from from Fern, and then that should hit 11,000 maybe. No. Yeah, maybe about 10 miles away from Fern. I'll start descending down to 11,000, and then at 11,000 then I'll put VNAV in. I'm not sure though, actually. I think it might be able to work out a VNAV profile from your cruise altitude as well. Let's see.
So I've got purple. I've got like a little purple mark.
Yeah, so if you hit your flight plan button on the MFD on the right hand side screen, you should see at the bottom it says active VNAV profile. It tells you the top of descent time on there as well. What time you should hit the top of descent. I can't see a top of descent marker, but I might not be zoomed in enough. I think it might be on there though. I'm not actually sure what a top of descent marker looks like on a G1000, to be quite honest. Oh, so the aux pump is just like it's just an auxiliary pump for if you've got an auxiliary fuel tank on the aircraft. Alright, just looking in the manual. It does actually have an auxiliary fuel pump on this aircraft, interestingly enough. Alright. Well, this is going very nicely, isn't it, guys?
So would you advise to have that on then?
Not unless you need it. You would probably transfer it over as you sort of start to lose. Actually, I'm not sure. Let me check. I've got the manual up here, so I can maybe tell you.
I just seem to be spinning around.
Oh, really? What, going around in circles?
Yeah, seems to be getting maybe back on track now though. When that PD's dead.
Oh, right, yeah.
Unless it was just a long ass turn, but it's not really a sharp turn to be fair.
Yeah. I've just passed PDZ.
Yeah, I can see you just to my left.
Still don't see your name tag for some reason. I wonder if it's because you're too close to me, maybe?
I'm not sure, because I won't be able to, well, I can see yours, can't I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
Scenery's beautiful around here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Right, so it was 11,000 at Fern, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. Alright, here we go. Use of auxiliary fuel tanks if installed. As soon as the fuel quantity in each main fuel tank is 15 US gallons or less. Of course it says it in gallons. I have no idea what that is let's see, actually, 15 US gallons in kilograms or liters. 56 liters. Yeah, so it's got to be, yeah, as soon as the fuel quantity in each main fuel tank is 56 liters or less, set both auxiliary fuel pump switches to on until the main tanks are full again.
How many gallons was it? Because fuel quantity in here is actually in gallons.
Oh, is it? Oh, so it is.
Yeah.
So it is. When you are 15 US gallons or less in each tank.
Yeah, I'm way less than that.
Oh yeah, I am actually as well.
Better turn them pumps on.
Hang on a second. I'm so confused. Oh, I think I know why that is. I think I know why. I think it's because the sim, I think it loads the fuel equally in between all the different tanks, if that makes sense. Whereas I think normally what you would do is you would just load the main tanks and then only put fuel in the auxiliaries if it's if you need more fuel than what the mains hold.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I think that's probably why we're below. Yeah.
Ah, well, I've turned them on just to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
on the
I'm
safe side.
cranking them on. See if they actually work. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they are working.
Are they? Beautiful.
Fuel's going down and my
Oh yeah.
other one's going up.
Love to see it. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I seem to be off my flight line, you know, the flight plan line.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Strange. Maybe try toggling it all autopilot off and on maybe.
I'm going to go to heading mode and just come over. Ramsey said, tell Bobby I said hi.
Tell Ramsey I said hi. Oh, you can probably hear me, right? Alright, guys.
Yeah, I see you just in front of me now.
Oh, do you? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, still don't see you. Yeah, alright guys, so if you're wondering what I'm looking at here, I've got the actual manual here for the aircraft, which is pretty cool. So we can actually, you know, get some proper procedures going on to a certain degree. At least, you know, to the degree that, you know, I'm picking up on a few little tidbits here and there because it's really the first time I've flown this aircraft IFR. I've flown it VFR before, but not IFR. So yeah, just having a look at this. I've just had a quick check of the cruise page here. Power lever recommended setting is 75%, so that's what I've set it to, so that's working quite nice. We're not getting any oil temperature warnings now, so that's good. Trim, you know, is handled by the autopilot, and then we're monitoring obviously the annunciations, so that's good. Auxiliary fuel tanks, this is what I was just reading out there to Mariner, so we're transferring the fuel from the auxiliary fuel tanks into the main tanks now. That's it, yeah. And then there's obviously some more information about the autopilot here. And then you've got your descent checklist, which is what we're going to come to next. It's pretty straightforward, really, but it's quite useful to know, you know, speeds and stuff that you would expect to fly this aircraft at, which you can find on this page here. You've got all the speeds here, which is quite nice. So we've got our reference landing approach speed there, which we're going to look at, and our final approach speed, which we'll have to use when we're on our way in, which is quite cool. Actually, I was going to just check G1000's top of descent marker, see what it looks like. There we go, coming up to Palm Springs, just in this next valley here. So apparently the G1000 should have a top of descent marker. Oh, it does actually, yeah, if you have a look. Look at that, I can even pop that out. Yeah, just have to deweigh my top of descent is.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Pretty cool.
Mine's just near Fern, but I've just started to come down to 11,000, so
fair enough.
11,000 at Fern is bang on.
Nice. Yeah, so on your vertical speed as well, you should have a magenta arrow. That's the required vertical speed. It's like the blue ball on the CRJ.
Yeah, I've seen that little purple arrow.
Yeah.
So if I press B. So if I press V nav now,
Oh, bit of
when I
turbulence
get
there.
near Fern, drop it to 2,900, it should just carry on, shouldn't it?
It should do, yeah.
Carry on descending.
Do, yeah. A hefty bit of turbulence coming over these mountains.
Yeah, same.
The ground looks a bit blurry from this height, doesn't it? I don't know what you're seeing.
Too bad from where I am.
Maybe it's my internet taking ages to load in or something.
I'm slightly behind you though as well. Yeah, but I'm getting some hefty turbulence coming through here.
What in the world? Look at that wind farm in front of us. That can't be right. I don't know if you see that. Holy crap. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's a lot of wind turbines right there. Holy.
Gotta see it in a minute.
Wow, this is some serious turbulence here. We're approaching our top of descent anyway, so let's set our altitude down to 2,700, and we'll activate VNAV. So VPath is armed. Auxiliary fuel tanks are empty now, so let's turn those pumps off. We'll put our armrest back down. So what it should do is it should start a descent for us once we reach our... Oh, there we go, it's captured the VPath. Beautiful. So we're starting down. Let's reduce the throttle. I'm actually just going to go to idle. Well, we'll go for a little bit more than idle so that check gear doesn't stay there the whole time. There we go, it's working beautifully. It's just started on the VNAV descent down for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm at 11,000, but I'm not at Fern yet. So if I drop it to 2, it should move until I get there, should it?
Yeah, if you drop yours, it should. Yeah, as long as you've got altitude, Alt enunciated at the top, and then VPath, or you might have Alt V in green.
I've
and
got
then,
Alt and then VPath.
Yeah.
So if I come down to 2,900, when I get to... Oh yeah. Yeah. When I get to Fed, it should drop down.
Alright, then here we go. So let's see if it levels off at Fern here.
Turbulence coming through here though, dude. Holy crap, yeah, that is a lot of wind turbines. Holy crap, they're on the mountains as well.
Yeah, I know, mate. There's tons of them.
Fucking bananas.
It's fucking everywhere, mate. It's crazy. I'm intrigued to see whether that's actually... They are actually there in real life.
Ground is a little bit blurry around here. Fucking hell, there is tons of them on the mountains and everything.
So yeah, I've checked Little Nav Map actually. Little Nav Map tends to show the wind turbines quite well. Oh yeah, there is there. They're actually there.
There's a lot of them.
Alright, there we go, yeah, so it's leveled us off at 11,000.
Lots of them.
And then it should start down again on the V path when we get to our next top of descent, which is just here. This is working very nice. Leveled me off at 11,000 at Fern.
To 2.7 miles from Fern. Got 2,900 set.
Nice, yeah.
Just hoping it brings me down. My flight plan's gone a bit funny though. You know, as it goes around the circle, it like branches off. Don't know if you can see. Show you some Discord.
It's what? Sorry, has it got an extra line or something?
No, it like branches off. Like you'll see. I'll show you this. Send you this on Discord now.
We just bring up the stream.
Just open it. Just open it to source itself out.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that does look weird. Yeah, it's kind of similar to what mine did for my departure. It just, yeah.
So there I am at Fern.
Yeah, mine did something very similar to that for the departure. Very strange. think it's because it's like it's a special type of leg, and I think it's just getting confused. I think it's called like a radius to fix leg or something like that. I think it's just getting confused. Alright, we'll get those taxi and landing lights on. Leveling off at 10,000, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, mind you, I don't need to at the minute.
I've leveled up at 10,000 as well, it's looking good. There we go, there's our routing as you see.
Oh yeah, I see the flight path coming in now.
So we've got 7,100 as our next constraint.
So we should start descending in a minute.
Very nice.
Oh, let's go.
Very nice. It's very satisfying when it gets working, when it works like this.
Especially in flights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Starting to go down.
Nice. Oh, I see your name tag now. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gone from V. I've gone to V path to Alt V.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what it does here, though. Whether it follows the line or whether it just carries on round in a circle.
Yeah, you might have to give yourself a direct to the next one. Alright, so I've passed through another top of descent, but it doesn't seem to have started descending me. Let's see what it does. Oh no, it's still... the top of descent apparently is later on in its mind. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what happens. So you got bottom of descent there as well, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I messed it up. Messed it up now.
Did it?
Yeah, I tried to delete the that faraway waypoint. Didn't work. No, it's just completely messed me up. Trying to go.
Best start getting set up for our approach really. So we want to go to 91 knots. For our initial approach. I'm just going to pull the power out.
Sort of might have rescued it, maybe. We'll see. Still on V-path though.
Nice.
I ain't even got any lights on the road. I ain't even got any position lights on and that's all. Filthy Bunyan, what a name.
Can't decide if my VNav's given up on me or not. My vertical deviation's going down, so I think we're still good.
I seem to have maybe rescued this, I think. We'll soon find out.
Just looking at this chat, my vertical deviation, it is going down, which is good. I just don't want to do anything hastily because I want to just see how well it actually works here. Getting some serious turbulence off these mountains. I'm just intrigued to see what it does after we pass through this next waypoint, really. Because look, the vertical profile bar is up here.
Hella turbulence coming over here.
Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Yeah.
Fucking hefty as. You know, if this was real life, I'd need a new pair of underpants.
Yeah, mate. It's fucking crazy.
Right, I think I might have rescued it. I'm on the V path again.
Nice.
What was it? Jacks I won it, 2,900.
Okay, it looks like the VNav's given up on
visual
me.
on the airport, yeah.
So I'm going to have to go vertical speed. And we're going to need to... Oh! It won't let me engage vertical speed. There we go. Okay, I needed to get the VNav off first. So we'll go for 1,000 foot per minute on the vertical speed. And we'll see if we can recapture the V path. Because we do want to be on the V path by the time we get to the final approach. Yeah, it looks like my VNav gave up on me at some point. I'm having to use vertical speed now. I'll see if I can recapture it. Let's arm VNav on V. So we've got V path enunciated, vertical speed minus 1,000 feet per minute. My vertical deviation is coming a bit down, so that's good. You can see here on this screen you've got this little magenta arrow, which should hopefully start coming up towards to meters. So we'll see what happens there. Once we pass through Hopley, however, it is gonna change. So we'll see what happens. It is a little bit buggy though by the looks of things at the moment, unfortunately. But hey ho, it's early access. I'm not gonna complain. Let's see where the Mariner is. Oh, I don't see him anymore, he's disappeared again. Yeah, so we're catching on our vertical profile here. I'm not sure if we're actually going to capture it here or not. Maybe just give it a little bit more of a descent here. There we go. You can see now that arrow coming up to us, which is good. However, once we pass through this waypoint, it is going to ask for a different profile, I believe. This is not constant profile going down, you see. I love this little countdown as well to the next waypoint. Oh, there we go. So we're actually below it now. We'll decrease our rate of descent. I'm going to add a bit of power in. Not too much power. So we've just left Hopley. Let's have a look at the chart. So at Hopley, the minimum altitude is 7,000 here for this leg. So that's why it's saying that we're below it. So what we could actually do now is just turn vertical speed off. And in fact, we'll just go to Alt, like so. Just capture that altitude that we're at currently. And VPath, that is armed, so we'll leave it there. We'll bring down the altitude again to 2,900, and I'm just going to hold 96 knots. Could go probably 91 knots maybe. We're getting jostled about by this this wind like crazy. Alright, so we're looking good. Let's see here. So
It seems to have done the same to me as well.
oh, has it? Did it just stop
It was at Yokel. It
going for the
sort of
descents?
It leveled off for the 7,000, but then it didn't go down after that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit hit and miss, I think. I'm just leveled off just above 7,000. I'm going to see if it recaptures. I think we're like right on top of each other here, because I'm just approaching Yokel as well. That might be why I can't see you anymore.
Oh no, you're just behind me. I've just passed Yokel.
Oh, am I? I don't see you. Okay then, here we go. So we're just approaching the... So it should... basically what we want now is another descent to 6,000 feet. So once we pass through this waypoint, or once we reach this marker, this top of descent, I'm not sure which one is going to affect it. This should change to 6,000. And then it should start on a descent. It should recapture the V-path. There we go. 2,900 is the next constraint, and it doesn't seem to have done it. Still says the vertical path is above us, although it is coming down, I think. Can't quite tell. Let's see. Doesn't look like it's coming down. Oh no, it is. It is. Very slowly. It must just be because the vertical path between here and Jexot is so shallow that yeah, it's just way above us at the moment. Let's see what happens anyway. We've got a top of descent marker there, so let's see if it captures the path at that point. Be interesting to see. Tyler, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's have a quick look around then whilst we are just waiting.
Don't let me go below 7,000. We're going to have to land this visually, I think.
Whoa, look at that turbulence. James, welcome to the chat. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well.
2,900 set.
Well, let you go below 7.
Yeah, well, let me go below 7.
Why is that? What's the magenta altitude? What does it say there on next to the blue one?
2,900. When I've got autopilot on, press VNav, nothing's happening. When I go to vertical speed, it just keeps going back to VPath. And even when I go to flight level FLC, it's just not doing anything. Vertical speed, let's try vertical speed now. I've just got vertical speed on it, got me down to 7,000, yeah, and then it just cuts out and goes back to thingy. Autopilot off.
Yeah, it's doing some weird stuff for me as well, to be honest.
I'm gonna try and visually land it, I think. Just hand fly it in, following the
Yeah, it's a bit strange actually. It doesn't seem to. Yeah, it's not calculating the vertical path right, I don't think, for me.
Nah, it's definitely something not right with it on mine either. Like I say, I'm just going to try and visually do it with the, following the purple descent thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I'm probably still going to be too high, maybe. Say I'm hand flying it now. Bad job, to be fair, either. Just a bit too high.
Oh, there we go. I've recaptured the V path from above. Let's see what this does. James, I am on. I think we're going to do one more flight after this one. So yeah, I don't know. It depends how long your bike ride is, dude. Alright, so we are on V path again, but it's a bit strange because yeah, this this leg is it's more or less level, so yeah, it's just wanting to try and climb us a little bit because we just dipped a little bit below it. But it's sort of working. There's Mariner in front of us. I'm interested to see if the glide path is going to work on the final approach. So once we get to Jexort, we should be able to hit approach mode, and I'm intrigued to see how that's going to work as well.
Yeah, I've come in way too high. Not too far off though, to be honest.
What was that? Using the just vertical speed?
Well, I used it up until I could, and then obviously I've hand flown it the rest of the way.
Fair enough.
It's only a small plane, might be able to use the other half of the runway. It's a displaced threshold anyway, isn't it? Massively.
Oh, is it? I haven't actually checked that.
Yeah, it's a massively displaced threshold.
Just coming up to Jexort now. I'm intrigued to see whether the glide path is going to work or not.
Going round, I am. Just going to go do a spin round, come back in a bit lower. I'm going around.
Come on, aircraft, you can do it. Come on. It's looking good, I think. V-Pass coming up to me. Oh, it's doing some weirdness. There we go. Alright, let's arm the approach. Alt-V glide path. Make sure the altimeter's set correctly. Oh dear, it wasn't. Make sure we don't stall here.
Yeah, I'm just coming around the side of the airport. Do a little base leg.
I think this thing should be able to do go around at some point in the future as well, I believe. Well, I'm still on V-path, but it didn't work. The glide path didn't work either. Maybe that's going to work after the final approach point, maybe? Oh, I'm on V-path, but it's not descending me. That's a bit weird. Okay, we'll just have to intervene. Oh my god. You come in right over all these wind turbines, don't you?
Yeah, straight over them all, yeah. See, I can't see you again now.
I can actually see you now for the first time in a while.
Say I'm just at the end of the runway, just about to head towards these windmills. See, I don't want to make a turn now and get in your way. The approach.
Alright, I'm going to force this thing down and see if I can get it to capture this glide path. I don't think it's going to work. I think we're a bit too high.
Go a bit to the right, and hopefully I'll be able to see you.
We need to be about 1,900 feet by Nudsey. But I don't think it's going to... work for us, unfortunately. Let's see.
You'll do alright with that, Cal.
Let's go Alt. No, it's not done it, so we're just going to have to do it visually. We are visual though, and we're at the right altitude, so let's just disconnect. Then the flight director's off. We'll bring it down to final approach speed, which is 84 knots.
I hope I just hadn't turned in your way.
I can't see you, so I'm not sure. Oh, I can't see you. I'm not sure. I'm just about to land. Hey Thomas, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. We need the header data to update with airspeed and such. What's that? Do you mean for the CRJ?
Oh yeah, I can see it just in front of me now.
Feels like we've got a bit of a crosswind here. I can't see any pappies either, strangely enough. I think we're good though. We're looking pretty well. Oh, it's not updating. Oh, great. It must have been like that for ages, but nobody's said, oh. There we go.
Touchdown!
There we go. Oh, now it captures the glide path. What the fuck? Interesting. Hey Sky, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. No, it's not. It's the DA62.
I enjoyed that flight though. That was decent. That.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I'm just taxiing in now. I pretty much used the whole runway to stop. I can see you. I'm just heading in towards you right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's ready for VATSIM just yet, do you?
No, I don't think so. No. Mind you, I mean, I bet it probably flies an ILS okay, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, that was yeah, it was enjoyable, that flight. I'm not sure. I was gonna fly it into Paro in Bhutan as well. I was gonna do that after this flight, but I'm not sure if I trust it to do that.
Yeah. I'm tempted to try the Airbus out, if I'm honest. Fancy a short flight with that? Could do.
Yeah.
Or even DC6. That's been updated. Well, that's been updated, and the GNS inside it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that up. I got the PMDG update last night. Yeah. Right, I'm just gonna get parked up anyway, and I'll come back to you. Alright then guys, so yeah, that was a decent little test. It seems to work relatively well. There's definitely some little quirks here and there. Yeah, I just feel like I wanted to do the approach into Bhutan, and whilst we probably could do it using sort of manual controls and whatnot, using sort of vertical speed, it's just not going to be... I think the way it calculates the vertical profile is just not accurate enough to do something like that, I don't think. I mean, it could be, but it's just going to be a bit frustrating, I think, to be honest. So I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to call the stream there. And then I am going to... we'll do another stream tomorrow, and I think we're going to try out some more of the... we'll try out some of the big boy jets. So look at these. Look at the way the Autogen's made this airport. It's so random. Anyway, we're going to park over here with the cars. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. Unfortunately, I don't have a landing rate for that landing either, because for some reason Sim Toolkit Pro wasn't connected. That's a shame. Felt like that was a pretty good landing, actually. Let's get the parking brake in anyway, and we'll turn both engine masters off. There we go. We'll turn the lights off. We'll get the fuel pumps turned off as well. Auxiliary pumps are off already. Electric master can come off as well, and that is it. Alright, well guys, I hope you enjoyed. That was something a little bit different today. Just wanted to check out this G1000. I think it does need a few updates before it can be enjoyed really to its fullest. Like, I generally don't really fly, you know, a lot of IFR with smaller aircraft like this, mainly because, excuse me, yeah, mainly because I don't really like the base sim version of the G1000. I don't really enjoy it that much, to be honest. I'd rather just fly with some analog instruments like in the DC6. I feel like I enjoy that much more. But the thing that got me excited about this G1000 really is the fact that it could, you know, it does more like what it can do in real life. You know, it's a bit more feature rich, so it can do, you know, obviously approaches like we've just done, but it still seems to be a little bit buggy, as you saw there. It was a little bit strange when it came to calculating the glide path. It was 1 minute it was too high, next minute it was too low. It didn't really seem to calculate sort of a constant glide path or a constant descent path for us. Not that it necessarily would have had to, as you can see on the charts here. If we bring that up, you know, some of these segments are more or less level. Well, a lot of it is level flight, but I think that's where it got confused because, you know, even though this segment here, for example, is 7,000 feet minimum, this is also a minimum of 6,000. So you probably remembered when we approached Yokel here, there was a top of descent right here, which is where I would expect it to start. It should start us on a slow descent then to 6,000 feet, which didn't do. So that kind of cooked us a little bit. And then from Wasak, again, you've got a descent profile coming down here. So once we got to Wasak, you know, whenever it calculated, we could have done a descent to 4,400. It should have done that. I'm not sure if it would either in real life calculate a constant path, so you're constantly descending at a very, very low rate down, or whether it would do a small level off and then a descent. I'm not sure what it would do in real life, but it didn't seem to do either of those, which was a shame. And then once we reached Jeksot here, which is our final approach point, as you can see, you've got a 3-degree glide path going straight down onto the runway. We used approach mode there to try and capture the glide path, and that didn't seem to work either, which is a bit of a shame really. So I would have liked to do the approach into Bhutan, which is VQPR. I'm just going to hide this. So you've got a very, very complex approach here. So this doesn't look too bad as you come in on the star. But then once you go over to the approach, you know, you're going through very, very high mountains here, so you've got to you've got to get your altitudes, and you've got to get the lateral navigation perfect. So so yeah, as you can see, it's a very very complex approach, and I was going to try that just now, but I think, to be honest, the approach that I've just tried, that kind of proved that it's still not ready really for what I wanted to use it for, essentially. And that kind of stuff is quite interesting to me. I do enjoy doing stuff like this, even in smaller aircraft. So that's why I was quite excited about this today, but unfortunately it doesn't quite hit the bar that I wanted it to, which is a shame. But it is early access, so I'm you know, I'm pretty sure they will at some point in the future improve things, and it should be working as expected in the not too distant future. So that's going to be it from me then for today. Quite a short stream, but we're going to be streaming every day this week. So yeah, we will certainly. I'll certainly see you again sometime soon. So yeah, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.